All right, let's just dive right into this explainer. Look, if you're about to start your BTech journey, I need you to do exactly one thing for me right now. Literally, delete your high school mindset. High school rewarded rote memorization, right? But engineering, that is a completely different game. Today, I'm going to walk you through the insider's playbook. We're talking the exact step-by-step moves you need to make to become a highly hireable, top 1% engineer, starting on day one.
So, let's kick things off with a brutal reality check, straight from the folks who are actually going to be reviewing your resume one day. You have something right now that no third-year student has anymore. Time. Your unspent time is your absolute biggest asset. Every single skill you build in year one, it compounds. By the time placement season finally rolls around, your skills are going to be worth 3 times more simply because you had 3 whole years to practice them instead of just one panicked cram session of a year.
And well, what exactly are you building towards with all that free time? Look at the data. Any product company that's throwing a premium 15+ lakh per annum package on the table, they are testing data structures and algorithms, or DSA, in their selection process. We're talking Google, Microsoft, Amazon, all of them. This is the great equalizer. It completely levels the playing field between private college students and IITians. If your DSA is rock solid, you get the exact same interview.
So here is our roadmap for today. 1. The hiring manager's reality. 2. Unlearning high school academics. 3. The first-year coding blueprint. 4. The definitive DSA roadmap. And 5. The top 1% mindset.
Let's start with Section 1, the hiring manager's reality.
Okay, here's an absolute non-negotiable law in the tech industry. 0 active backlogs. Ever. When a hiring manager sees an active backlog, they do not think, oh, this is just a poor student. No, they think you cannot manage commitments under pressure. It's literally an absolute gate at most companies. You could have solved 400 lead code problems and still lose an incredible opportunity because of one arrear in engineering math. It is the single most avoidable career mistake you can possibly make.
Now let's talk grades. And hear me clearly on this. Your CGPA, it's just a gate. It's not the ultimate goal. A 7.5 CGPA is basically your safety margin. That's what prevents you from being filtered out by automated HR systems. Sure, going above an 8.0 opens a few more doors, but beyond that, the returns diminish massively. Please, do not sacrifice your practical skill building just to squeeze out a fraction of a grade point.
To put this into perspective, think about the corporate reality. A candidate with a 9.2 CGPA but absolutely 0 practical application, they are gonna lose out to a 7.8 CGPA candidate who has actually shipped 2 working products every single time. The modern engineering world pays you to build things and solve real problems, not to just pass exams.
Moving on to Section 2, Unlearning High School Academics.
Now, as you look at this, here is the one unambiguous instruction you really need to hear before classes even start. Spend absolutely 0 prep hours on chemistry. No matter what your high school score was, it has 0 bearing on a computer science degree. Honestly, treat it as a distraction. Minimize your effort there and put that valuable time right back into your compounding skills. Instead, you need to direct your energy to what actually matters, which is discrete math. You know those topics you probably glossed over in high school? Things like sets, relations, and probability? Those are the actual load-bearing scaffolding for your degree. Sets and logic are literally the language of data structures and algorithms. Permutations and probability, that's the foundation of machine learning and AI. A lot of colleges won't even teach discrete math as a standalone course before expecting you to use it, so prepping this foundation early gives you a massive, massive advantage.
All right, Section 3, the first-year coding blueprint.
Before you even think about touching DSA, you absolutely have to follow these sequential, non-negotiable steps. Step 1, pick one language, C++ or Python. Pick one and do not jump between them. Spend 45 to 60 minutes every single day mastering its syntax so you aren't fighting compiler errors later on. Step 2, take a foundational course, something like Harvard's CS50 or a good YouTube series like Code with Harry. And Step 3, get a Git and GitHub account set up by week 3 of college at the latest.
You've also got to learn the universal language of professional software development. MIT's Missing Semester course is legendary for a reason. It covers the crucial tools most colleges completely ignore: shell scripting, Vim, Git, and debugging. Seriously, these are the professional skills that separate the absolute amateurs from the top 1% of engineers.
Which brings us to Section 4, the definitive DSA roadmap.
Okay, so this is your Phase 1 timeline for those crucial first 3 months. Month 1, just variables, loops, and arrays. Keep it simple. Month 2 introduces recursion and basic object-oriented programming concepts. Then, by month 3, you tackle time and space complexity. Listen to me carefully here. Do not skip straight to problem solving. You absolutely must understand how algorithms scale under pressure. You need to know why an O of n algorithm crushes an O of n squared algorithm before you start writing complex code.
Then, by month 4, we move into phase 2. This is where you attack the core concepts that pop up in 80% of placement interviews. We're talking arrays, strings using 2-pointers and sliding windows, sorting, binary search, and linked lists. Now, your target here isn't to blindly grind through hundreds of problems. Your goal is to hit 15 LeetCode easy problems and 5 mediums to really deeply understand the underlying patterns.
Now, to guide you through this phase 2 journey so you don't get totally overwhelmed, the sources highly recommend using Striver's A to Z DSA sheet as your absolute backbone. It's hands down one of the most trusted, structured, free resources out there. It gives you a crystal clear, step-by-step path to follow right alongside your active coding practice.
Finally, Section 5, the top 1% mindset.
All right, there are 2 massive, undeniable hiring signals that managers are always hunting for. First, a 4-year compounding digital presence of consistent code commits. That will always beat a frantic 3-month burst right before placements. Consistency is a meta skill. Second, communication. Hiring managers regularly reject technically brilliant candidates simply because they cannot explain their own work. Remember, communication isn't a soft skill, it is a technical requirement of the job.
So, you've got the playbook now. You know exactly what to do. Ignore the noise, build a compounding GitHub profile, master one language before you ever touch DSA, and prioritize practical problem solving over chasing a perfect 10 CGPA. The only real question remaining for you today is this. Are you going to spend your 4 years cramming at the absolute last minute, or are you going to start compounding your skills right now?